The UK Ministry of Defence announced on Tuesday, April 8, 2025, that aircraft carrier HMS Prince of Wales, R09, will depart from Portsmouth on April 22 for an 8-month deployment, leading the 2025 Carrier Strike Group. The mission will include a series of exercises in the Mediterranean, Indian Ocean, and Indo-Pacific. Named Operation Highmast, this deployment marks the UK's return to the region 4 years after its previous carrier-led operation in 2021, when HMS Queen Elizabeth, R08, headed the Carrier Strike Group. The operation is aimed at strengthening military cooperation with NATO allies and regional partners through the deployment of a joint force composed of surface vessels, submarines, aircraft, and logistical support elements. The group will operate across 2 strategic theaters, beginning in the Mediterranean under NATO command and then transients through the Indian Ocean into the Indo-Pacific, partnering with global allies including the United States, India, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, Australia, and others. As one of the largest and most technologically advanced warships ever built for the Royal Navy, HMS Prince of Wales is a floating symbol of British naval capability. Her 70,000-ton displacement and expansive flight deck, comparable in size to 3 football pitches, enable her to launch and recover F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters and rotary wing aircraft, including Merlin Mk2 and Wildcat helicopters, for anti-submarine warfare, ASW, reconnaissance, and utility missions. Defended by Phalanx CIWS, 30mm cannons, and cutting-edge electronic warfare systems, she serves as the core of the strike group's layered defense. Supporting the flagship will be a fully integrated carrier strike group composed of a balanced array of maritime assets. Typically, a CSG includes Type 45 Daring-class destroyers, such as HMS Diamond or HMS Defender, providing high-end air defense with the Sea Viper missile system. Type 23 Duke-class frigates, including HMS Richmond or HMS Kent, specializing in anti-submarine warfare. A Royal Fleet Auxiliary, RFA, replenishment ship, such as RFA Fort Victoria or RFA Tigerspring, supplying fuel, munitions, and stores to sustain prolonged operations. A fleet submarine, likely an Astute-class nuclear-powered attack submarine, offering intelligence gathering and strike capabilities with Tomahawk cruise missiles. Embarked Fleet Air Arm squadrons, including the F-35B Lightning jets from RAF Marham and Merlin helicopters from Culdrose or Yeovilton. Approximately 4,000 UK military personnel will participate in the deployment, including 2,500 Royal Navy sailors, 592 Royal Air Force members, and 900 soldiers from the British Army who will take part in ground exercises at various stages. Once fully embarked, HMS Prince of Wales will carry up to 24 F-35B jets, bolstering the group's offensive reach and defensive capabilities. Operation Highmast begins with the strike group assembling off the coast of Cornwall before proceeding to the Mediterranean Sea. There, under NATO command, the task force will take part in Exercise Neptune Strike, a large-scale Allied exercise testing integrated maritime strike operations, involving multiple aircraft carriers, amphibious ships, and complex command and control scenarios. As the group progresses eastward through the Suez Canal, it will operate in the Red Sea and Indian Ocean, where it will conduct maritime security operations and participate in bilateral and multilateral exercises. Scheduled partners include the US Navy, Indian Navy, Republic of Singapore Navy, and Royal Malaysian Navy, reflecting the UK's enduring commitment to the Indo-Pacific Tilt and international maritime cooperation. The deployment's centerpiece in the Pacific will be participation in Exercise Talisman Sabre, a multinational training exercise hosted by Australia involving 19 partner nations. Following that, the strike group will conduct integrated training alongside the Japanese self-defense forces and pay a strategic port visit to India, reinforcing both military ties and diplomatic engagement. Notably, the UK's strategic partners are actively contributing to the operation. Norway is assigning a warship to support the carrier group for the entire deployment, while Canada and Spain are among other nations sending naval assets or personnel to join specific legs of the journey. These contributions enhance interoperability and regional presence while sending a collective message of deterrence and cohesion. The operation also has a vital economic and diplomatic dimension. With the Indo-Pacific accounting for £286 billion in UK trade, 17% of the country's global trade, this deployment provides a unique platform for UK businesses and defence companies to participate in trade events and defence exhibitions during port visits. It's a dual-use mission where diplomacy, defence, and commerce converge. UK Defence Secretary John Healey MP emphasised the broader impact of the mission. This is a unique opportunity for the UK to operate in close coordination with our partners and allies in a deployment that not only shows our commitment to security and stability, but also provides an opportunity to bolster our own economy and boost British trade and exports. Minister for the Armed Forces Luke Pollard MP reinforced the strategic intent, stating, "Through this deployment of our carrier strike group and 4,000 service personnel, we will stand firm with our allies against those who challenge the international order. This isn't just about hard power, it's about building influence and opening new trade opportunities both for defense and other sectors of our economy." Operation High Mast comes at a time of renewed UK investment in defence, following the British Prime Minister's pledge to raise defence spending to 2.5% of GDP. It builds on the lessons learned from the inaugural Carrier Strike Group 21 deployment and complements ongoing initiatives like the Global Combat Air Programme (GCAP) and the permanent deployment of HMS Spey and HMS Tamar in the Pacific. As the British Royal Navy prepares to set sail, Operation High Mast is more than a military mission, it is a strategic statement of purpose. With its advanced technology, multinational backing, and dual focus on security and economic engagement, the UK is not only projecting maritime power but also reaffirming its leadership role on the global stage.